All right, this is Avoid Engagement Failure Part 2. Now, I want you to imagine being a canine handler, jumping out of your police car, chasing a suspect that's wanted for some serious stuff, and you send your dog, and he runs up next to the suspect and just runs with him. He doesn't engage. Or he makes a hard left into the night, and you don't know where he went. We got a problem, Houston. So you can imagine what you would feel like if all this training and you send your dog and he doesn't engage. So one of the things that I do as a trainer to address those issues deals with area and situational context. So area context is the areas we teach a dog to bite a suspect. And I have 4 that I'm going to cover in this video. So I'm not only going to talk about these areas, but you're going to see the dogs put in some work to hang around. All right, before we get into these 4 areas, know that after the dogs are well versed in engaging them, we move to situational context. You'll see that later in the video. That's where you get to see these dogs hit these areas in challenging situations. My first area is the tricep. This is what I want my dogs to engage if a suspect walks or runs away from the canine team. The second location is the inner arm bicep area. If a suspect is facing or charging the canine team, this is the area I want the dog to target and strike. The third is the outer forearm area. The forearm is available to the dog in many situations. And if the dog gets to that area first, I want him to immediately engage. The fourth and final area is the legs. Like the forearm, the legs are usually always available for a dog to engage. So, what is the best bite location? There is no one best bite location. Because we don't know what a suspect's going to do or the environment that the canine team's going to have to deploy in, all 4 of these areas are extremely important. This gives the dogs the ability to problem solve in real time rapidly. Now that the dogs understand and are delivering a solid strike and grip to these areas, we move to situational contacts. Now we get to see these dogs problem solve in real-time scenarios using these 4 areas that we've taught them to engage. The decoy, who's the guy who wears a suit and all the bite equipment and acts like a suspect for the dog, moves from being a teacher, helping the dog learn these areas and building the grip, to behaving like a suspect. This is where many canine programs get stuck. They get stuck in foundation, and ultimately that leads to failures on the street. When suspects run from us, they don't look back, and they generally make the first corner they can find. And they definitely don't slow down and present an arm for the canine to bite. When suspects hide from us, they don't make a sound and they don't make any movements. They'll try to hide as low and as high as they can. And whenever they can, they will use the environment to their advantage. Sometimes by accident, sometimes by design. So in part 3, all this bite equipment goes away, and we work on man focus with muzzle fighting, civil agitation, and targeting exercises. Thanks for stopping by, and I got to go.